Atoms before evidence. Long before laboratories, particle accelerators, or microscopes, ancient thinkers were already guessing at the basic structure of reality. In the 5th century BCE, philosophers like Democritus suggested that everything was made of tiny, indivisible units moving through empty space. He called them atomos, meaning uncuttable. There was no experiment behind this idea. It came from pure reasoning. If you keep cutting matter into smaller and smaller pieces, Democritus argued, eventually you must reach something that cannot be divided anymore. For nearly 2,000 years, this idea sat in the background of philosophy with no proof and plenty of criticism. Many preferred Aristotle's view that matter was continuous and made of elements like earth, air, fire, and water. It wasn't until the 19th and 20th centuries, with chemistry and later quantum physics, that atoms were confirmed to exist. What began as a guess turned out to be one of the most accurate predictions in scientific history: rocks from the sky. For centuries, people reported stones falling from the sky. Scientists dismissed these claims as folklore or religious imagination. The idea that rocks could come from space was considered impossible. In 1794, physicist Ernst Chladni argued that meteorites were extraterrestrial. He was ridiculed. Then, in 1803, thousands of stones fell near L'Aigle, France, in front of countless witnesses. Investigators collected the rocks and confirmed they were not from Earth. Invisible waves in empty space. In the 1860s, James Clerk Maxwell wrote equations describing electricity and magnetism. When he solved them, they predicted waves traveling through space at the speed of light. These waves were invisible and undetectable at the time. Maxwell himself suggested that light was one of them. Decades later, Heinrich Hertz built equipment that generated and detected these waves. Radio was born. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and radar all trace back to equations that predicted something nobody could see yet: life in crushing depths. For a long time, scientists believed deep oceans were lifeless. The pressure was too great, the darkness too complete. In the late 20th century, submersibles found entire ecosystems around hydrothermal vents. Life thrived without sunlight, feeding on chemical energy instead. The assumption that life could adapt to extreme environments was right, even if no one knew how. Time slowing down. Einstein's relativity predicted that time moves slower at high speeds and in strong gravity. It sounded absurd. Time felt constant and universal. Experiments later proved otherwise. Atomic clocks on airplanes tick more slowly than those on the ground. GPS satellites must correct for time dilation or navigation would fail. Time really does stretch and compress, just as predicted. Planets around other stars. For centuries, scientists assumed other stars likely had planets. There was no proof. Some doubted we would ever know. In the 1990s, astronomers finally detected exoplanets. Today, thousands are confirmed. The universe turned out to be full of worlds, just as imagined.